So I started thinking about people. And the first person I thought about was Bobby Joe Champion when I did the juvenile diversion, because I looked it up and tried to find the program. They said it was sporadic. But Joshua R. Williams was linked to it, and it was linked to Obama. And as I thought about the juvenile diversion with Bobby Joe Champion, I thought about the district court, the day they lied about the keyboard and the monitor, and how Michael Cooper Sr. might have been around for that. I thought about Andrea Faulkner. And the reason I began to think about Andrea Faulkner and Bobby Joe Champion was because for some odd reason, it was too many case studies going on around me where I thought that, again, Bobby, Andrea, you might be doing illegal shit. So I went back to that school bus, Michael Cooper Sr., and you can hate me all you want. But if you and Andrea and Bobby were doing these things with Keith, like I said, where the city, and zoning and where buses parked was a city fight within a city council meeting, Don Samuels, Mayor Frey, that they were having at that time. I said that fake ass accident my ex was in, where I didn't think he was hurt, number one. And that's why I did not act like an attorney and go to his attorney's office and argue on his behalf. Because number one, as an attorney, I thought that you should do what your doctor said, because that's what I did. And my doctor told me that I had a gum disease and that I needed to have this surgery, and I tried to get it. It was under medical, not dental, because again, if you knew formulary under Express Scripts, you would have seen how, again, when I started arguing the case in court, that's how I argued it, based on what my periodontist told me. My periodontist told me the disease was under medical, the teeth was under dental, and they were two separate things, and getting them worked out was going to be a task. And that's, again, one of those fights where an attorney knows it could go on for years with the Department of Human Services, but because it was formulary, I shouldn't have had to argue about it, Bobby, but I thought that they did that to make me ugly, Judge LaFlave. And as you put me in Michael Davis's court, where the black people were now judging me based on how I look with no teeth, how small I am, they just deemed me a drug addict, and it violated my rights, Judge Thunheim, Michael LaFlave, right? And as they violated my rights, Bobby, Andrea, you kept doing these case studies, like the one with the microphone, where, at the time when Shayla said she was in the class and a student stole the microphone, and then when the teachers left, she said that the teachers came with the principal and they said that if you just put the microphone back, nothing will happen to the people in the class. They just wanted the walkie-talkie or the microphone or whatever it was that class did. And Shayla came home and explained that I lied. She said that I was lying for Michael, and that since nothing happened to them, she said that Michael, was just getting catered to by me. She said, I just wanted Michael home. And I said, no, Shayla, number one, I shouldn't even be arguing with you about this situation. She said, well, my class and the student in my class, and here Michael played, keep away, white, right? Cindy Atsat, that was your case, Cindy Atsat, where Michael was playing keep away. He put the walkie-talkie behind his back. It was out of their view for 5 seconds, and they said that Michael stole the walkie-talkie, and they had that officer that was working that day as an SRO write him a ticket, which got me in court, right? Because they put it behind his back. Now, when me and the, district judge at that time discussed it, it was keep away. She said, that's a school thing, and they shouldn't have gave him a ticket. And I said they were formulating these tickets so that they could have this community portion where they were doing this illegal IEP, because you needed these 3 areas, Kim, Jackie, Linda, right? If you don't have these 3 areas where a person's having a problem. So when my son was in, jail, and he said he went to church, Jackie, Linda, Kim, I thought about, again, this illegal motherfucking IEP where we're playing school games, Keith. And as we play these school games, Keith, Andrea, Bobby, I said that you're doing fraud, Keith, Bobby, because when Michael was on that school bus and he was parked where they told him to park, and he was made to get off that bus and go piss in a cup, show that he wasn't on no drugs, no alcohol at that moment, and he should have pissed blood, they said, right? His insurance that he had through Minneapolis District Number 1 should have been catching these things, right? Because he's got blood in his urine, which was a prostate problem, I heard. And his insurance wasn't catching the blood in his motherfucking urine as he's being escorted, to account for his behavior as he's a parked school bus and somebody hits his bus in a compact car. And I said, that motherfucker didn't even move your bus. I said, did you go forward? Me and him had a whole motherfucking conversation. Why? Because I thought I was an attorney. And before I took the case, I thought I'd have these questions I'd have to ask to satisfy me. And he couldn't get past me. Do I think Michael should be in trouble? Hell no. Could any insurance company come after him? No, they cannot. They can't even discuss that shit. Why? Because he's under me at that point, and that immunity you cannot go back and reassign charges to because I gave you a link to a puzzle you didn't have the puzzle piece to. I ain't playing that motherfucking game. Why? Because I'm a motherfucking attorney. So I said, as somebody, Michael, manipulated you, Andrea, Bobby, you were their puppet on a motherfucking string. And I'm not in the mood, bruh. I'm not in the motherfucking mood today at all. Under any circumstances, with my phone, with my money, with my name, my reputation that I've earned, because I think I'm a hell of an attorney without a bar license or to practice law in the state of Minnesota.